What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Digital Mastery. I'm Jonas Yearby. I want to give a warm welcome and a thank you to everybody who's in the course right now. Because without y'all, it wouldn't be anybody for me to teach and pass this good information along to. So I want to appreciate and salute you. You know what I'm saying? Each one and last, every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Each one of y'all. Salute yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back because you're doing a good thing. Keep doing this, even if it's not for me. Keep learning, keep striving, and that's how we level up, and that's how we end up on top, right? So this course in particular is for content creators, people who deal with large files, videos. What makes the most money? Videos. Everybody knows pictures make money, but videos is where people are really making money. It doesn't matter whether you're an adult content creator or just a regular content creator. I believe that you should be in control of where your content is at. It's for obvious reasons, for money reasons. Just people get deleted. You know, you don't have any control over the platforms that most of us are on: Instagram, TikTok, excuse me, YouTube, even for the adult content creators, OnlyFans, even people who don't make adult content are on OnlyFans, them too. Wouldn't it make more sense to have your own content on your own platform? Yes, it would. We know it would. Even with people who sell clips or videos or whatever, usually when you're on other people's platforms, you have to pay a percentage. A lot of times you don't know where that's going. It's probably in your paperwork and your stuff, your terms and conditions that you sign, but who really wants to go read all of that, right? So you don't know where it's going. It's not going in your pocket. That's all that really matters. It's not going to you. So we're trying to cut out some of the middleman. You're always gonna have to pay somebody, right? You're never gonna really get away from paying somebody. Like I trust me, I'm trying. If I figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all know if we can figure out how to just not pay anybody for nothing ever, and we just do everything ourselves. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be we're gonna be hard pressed finding that way, right? So anyway, like I say, I'm Jonas Yearby. Man, I'm from Columbus, Georgia, originally. You know what I'm saying? Live in the DMV area. I've been making websites, technology, man, dealing with technology for all my life. But making websites, I've deployed about 4 servers in the past 6 months. I manage 7 websites. So, you know, I have experience to tell you what I'm telling you. I do manage a virtual private server where it's big video files and things are managed. So I can definitely say that I'm qualified to tell you the information that I'm telling you now. How to basically run your own YouTube or OnlyFans or clips for sale, whatever you may have it. You know, Patreon, for y'all that do Patreon, this is the course that you need to show you how to have your own website and how to manage that and how to cut out the middleman and manage all your own content on your own platform for real. You know, no uh, your domain dot this dot no your domain dot com dot net, whatever it is that you want it to be. You know, this is your platform. You know what I'm saying? This Nobody else is over this but you. This is the relationship between you and your hosting provider, which is Racknerd, right? So basically, for the introduction, we're going to start off by going over the legal and compliance in the business side of things for my adult content creators. When it comes to anything other than adult content creating, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? If it's not anything that's, of course, everything needs to be ethical, of course. You know, it doesn't need to be anything that's violent or stuff like that, because we still do use these platforms to promote our products, our content, and things of that nature, but we don't want to solely rely on them, especially when it comes to our money, right? We want to have our platform, we want to have our content on our own platform and put all our work there. Put most of the work there. You know what I'm saying? Use social media and all that other stuff to drive traffic to our platform. No matter what you do, it doesn't matter. You're adult, religion, it does not matter. This applies to everybody. Okay? Okay, so just to keep everything simple, and I don't want to get into a bunch of technical jargon, because the purpose of this course is for us to get the website up, teach you how to manage it, get you moving forward, making money, right? Hosting is basically where your site lives. That's how people are able to access your website. Without hosting, people are not able to see your website. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there. It can go way deeper than that, but we're just gonna leave it there. Okay. When it comes to hosting, a few companies that you may be familiar with: HostGator, Bluehost, Hostinger, who else? Name Hero, GoDaddy. These are all hosting companies, right? The issue becomes not all of these hosting companies allow adult content to be hosted with their company. So that becomes, you have to find the non-mainstream companies such as RackNerd. Ask them if you're able to host adult content, with their company. And if you are able to, then there you go. The big thing here is just asking, pretty much. I don't know why people are nervous to ask about this, but so I've done the duty of go ahead and making sure that we can do this with RackNerd, and they have told me, yes, Jonas, you are able to host adult content as long as it's ethical, nothing crazy, stuff like that. So cool. It's like, all right, I can pass this information on to my students. That's the first thing, to be able to do what we're gonna do here. So of course, if common sense would tell you RackNerd does it, let's go with RackNerd. RackNerd is where we start. That's where we get our hosting. Now, what we are getting when we pay for this hosting is a virtual private server. A virtual private server, it holds your site. Let's just keep it there. We don't want to get too technical. You know what I'm saying? We can learn as we go, but let's get the product there first. It holds the website. That's what you need. It's a server. It hosts your website. That's where your website is going to be. That's where we're going to do everything. It's your server, right? Two different kinds of servers: a managed server and an unmanaged server. A managed server is basically a server that is managed by the company that you're buying the space from, right? In this case, like I said, it's RackNerd. RackNerd then helps you manage the server. They make sure your security is good. They make sure if you have problems with the server, they're going to be the ones you contact. You're going to open up a ticket with them. They're going to get you in touch with their support, and so on and so forth. Managed servers are more expensive because you have that support of the company, right? So typically, they can go as high as, I think, maybe $200 or $300 a month, maybe higher. But if you do want a managed server, in this case, we're going to recommend to you the $27 a month package up to the $55 a month package with RackNerd. The unmanaged server, you are the one that's managing the server. You're going to have to install cPanel onto the server so that you can control it. You don't have to use cPanel, but this is the easiest way to go about managing the server, especially if you don't already have technical expertise. If you really, really want to be cheap and you're just like, hey, Jonas, I'm up for the challenge, there is a way where we can eliminate cPanel, because cPanel is an extra charge, but it's only $17 a month. And if you're going with the unmanaged virtual private server, it's only going to cost you about $40 to $50 a year. So if you do the math, that's about $200. No, that's about $250 for the year for your content to, you own everything. That's what you're paying for. That's, you can't beat it. You know what I mean? So, but like I say, if you want to be even cheaper than that, you can just get the unmanaged server, and you can definitely just install WordPress on it and just keep logging into your WordPress, but you'll have to deal with all of the, technical things on your own. You have to be dealing with the command line on your server. So I would suggest that you don't want to deal with the command line as much as possible. Learn about it, but for this low amount of money, if you take your business serious, which I assume you do because you spent money on this course, then I would definitely just go ahead and get cPanel to make my life a lot easier and just focus on the things that bring money. It brings money, but it's not a direct correlation of increase of, you see what I'm saying? So anyway, get cPanel, $17 a month, RackNerd, unmanaged server, $30 to $40 a year. Managed server, RackNerd already comes with cPanel, already comes set up, comes with the support. $50 a month, you're looking at maybe $400 or $500 a year, right? That doesn't include your domain name. If you don't already have a domain name, you're gonna have to buy a domain name. If domain names can cost anywhere from a couple dollars up into thousands of dollars. It just depends on which one you want. If you see one that you really want and that you really want to just spend that much money on, then by all means go for it. But they all do kind of the same thing. I mean, some of them are premium because they have good probably SEO potential, stuff like that. But other than that, get a good domain name. I recommend .com, .net. That's pretty much it, unless you just have something creative you want to do. Like, we are about creativity, but in general, .com, .net, that's what you want to go with. With the legal compliance, you're definitely going to have an age gate, which is just a plug-in. It's free. I'll show you how to set that up when we get in the course. You're going to need terms and conditions. You're going to need privacy policy. You're going to need GDPR cookies. You're going to need a few different things that you get all in the course. So you don't have to worry about anything. We got a template for you. You can go and set it up. Just input your company name, your name, however you want to do it, into the templates, and you can just copy and paste it into the page for your company, and you're good to go. Just make sure you read over it. Make sure it does actually apply to your company and how you're doing business. But yeah, for the most part, it'll be done for you and ready to go. Let me see. What else am I forgetting? I don't want to talk y'all's head off because I know y'all are ready to get to it. We went over legal compliance. We went over the VPS and how that works. And we went over, what else do we need to go over? Okay, as far as the business side of things, if you don't have an LLC for your business, you need to get one. But if it's too expensive for you in your state right now, you can access business services by getting a DBA. Here in Virginia, where I'm at, it's only $10. You have to check with your state secretary to see how much it is there. But if you could definitely still get a bank account with a DBA, you can still, use it. You can still use it as a business to get a business address. You can do some of the same things with it. What you need to do with it, you can more than likely do. What you need to do, you can more likely do with the DBA now, and you don't have to go through with trying to get an LLC if it's too much. If you can't get the LLC, by all means, go ahead and do that. But you're going to need that to get a bank account, because you're going to need the bank account to get approved with the payment processors for your website to sell content. So the bank account, we use found.com. They're an online bank. They're accredited. They're content creator friendly. Do not always ask with the bank, right? Unless they say explicitly we're content creator friendly, always check and make sure that they are content creator friendly, because a lot of mainstream banks such as Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they aren't content creator friendly. So just make sure before you do go with those banks, if you don't go with Found, because that's what we're recommending. If you go with anyone else, make sure that you ask and make sure that they allow transactions from adult content, or just content creators in general too. Even if you're not an adult content creator, if you're just any kind of content creator, make sure that your bank is okay with dealing with a high risk business like that, because a lot of banks do consider it high risk. So that's what we're recommending. Found.com. The link is somewhere around in this video. It should be a link for you to go straight to it. Boom, and you'll be good to go. And lastly, the thing that's legal compliance business is going to be the payment processors. So like I say, you cannot use PayPal or Stripe or Venmo to sell adult content. You can try. If they find out, they're going to seize your funds. They're going to stop you from doing it. It's not going to be good. It's just don't do it, right? So you want to go with certain payment processors that are known to deal with high risk businesses such as adult content or content creators. CC Bill, Veritel, Zen Payments, I think it's PayKings. There's going to be links here somewhere around the video. Like I say, it's either going to be at the bottom, to the side, There's gonna be links for you to go straight to there and sign up, and it's free of charge. Now, you do have to keep in mind, depending on who you go with, there is a charge to be paid to Visa and MasterCard to be able to accept those kind of payments. CC Bill charges $500 for Visa, $500 for MasterCard. So if you want to be able to process both of those kind of card payments, it's going to be $1,000 for a registration fee. And then after that, it takes about 21 days for it to go through. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't accept payments, because you can still accept Discover and these. I don't even know. I know Discover. I don't know what the other ones are. I'll have those somewhere. I have the list showing, basically how everything goes, because I went through the process. So that's how I know what to tell you guys, right? So you'll be able to process some payments, but not much. So go ahead. I would suggest and get this part of the process done. Get started immediately. That's why I'm telling you this first, right? Because even when you pay the money to CC Bill, if you decide to go with CC Bill, you're still going to have to wait up to 21 days for it to actually go through, right? Now, if you don't want to go with CC Bill, I'm suggesting them because that's who I have went through the entire process with, right? Veritel is a little cheaper, $500, and you'll be able to process payments with Visa and MasterCard. They seem to be a little bit more straightforward with their process. CC Bill, I've tried the process with Veritel. I haven't paid them yet, and I haven't went through and finished or spoke with anybody. CC Bill was a little bit more hands-on. So, I have more information about CC Bill versus Veritel, but they do the same thing. They just cost different. So CC Bill was pretty hands-on with the process. We plenty of emails back and forth about how it works, what they need, what I need to change. They went and looked at the site, made sure WooCommerce was set up a certain way so they can, a lot of technical business stuff. But you're gonna know how to do all of this when we get to that part of the course, right? Just as a prerequisite, things that you can do to make your process a little smoother with getting your site up and running 100%, right? Because some of this stuff I can't do for you. You have to go do it for you. You have to go do it. So the quicker you do it, the quicker that you'll be all the way functional. I can only get you to where I can get you. You have to go do other things to make this thing all the way legit, 100% all the way around, right? But we got it. We're going to get there. Remember, the brain was a part. I hope you brought yours. Bring your brain. We need it. So, just as a wrap up, we went over legal compliance, virtual private servers, what they are, how we deal with the managed versus unmanaged virtual private servers, and payment processors, how we deal with payments with dealing with adult content. It's not like anything else. You cannot use PayPal, Stripe, Venmo, none of the stuff that other people use. You cannot use that. Please do not try and use that. It's gonna be a bad day for you. Okay, so that's where we're at. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Like I said, if you guys got any questions, learn support at yearbydigital.com. Do not hesitate to get in touch with me and ask me whatever you got, whatever questions you have. I'm here to help. This is what I'm here for. I have run this whole site. Everything you see was touched by me. You know what I'm saying? I really do make websites. I'm not somebody just trying to get a dollar. I do this. So, hey, whatever you see, you can contact me. Get in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? Go to yearbydigital.com. I got my links to my LinkedIn is there. LinkedIn is there. You can follow me on LinkedIn, man. I'm here. I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some robot. Like, I'm here. So I'm a real young guy. So link up with me, connect with me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn how to make a different kind of website and you want to see something different, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let's work. I'm here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But all right, I will meet y'all in the payment time. It's time to go ahead and buy our first server, and deploy it, and go ahead and get PuttyGen downloaded and SSH into our root admin and get started, man. It's that time. I appreciate y'all. Love.